Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here and that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Always new content coming there, so don't forget to check it out. And we're gonna jump right into this video. This video is called BlackRock Bitcoin Accumulation video. And it's no secret over the last month or so that BlackRock has just been accumulating Bitcoin at a record pace. It's obvious over the last 2 to 3 months that there's been disruptions in the market. You know, there's been a lot of fear due to the trade stuff, due to inflation, due to stuff like that. A lot of uncertainty, and it panicked a lot of people. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know anything about me, I always said the same thing. And I say markets are emotional because people are emotional. So these guys at BlackRock, they know that. And they just sit it out. They just wait out the panic. They wait out the emotion, and they end up doing very well at the other end. So over the last month, it looks like they bought over 25 million Bitcoins from Coinbase Prime. And total, as we speak today, they have over $50 billion worth in Bitcoin in their ETFs and etc. So it looks like that they're definitely winning the arms race, as I like to call. They're definitely winning when most people do, when the markets get scared, they panic, they sell, they fall into the emotion, and they just sell their Bitcoin way less than what they got it for, or they just get out of it. And these guys always on the back end end up doing very well, like I said previously. Buying Bitcoin at a discount is always a good deal. And these guys definitely mastered the art of that. They're definitely winning the arms race when everybody's jumping in, from banks to financial institutions to either local cities and city councils and states. They're all trying to get Bitcoin, reserves going. And, this is definitely a bona fide arms race at this point, ladies and gentlemen. And the arms race is so strong because these companies and these corporations and even these countries, they know Bitcoin is valuable. They know that there's going to be a massive arms race at the end. Whoever has the most is going to have the most control, have the most power in my position. These companies are going to do extremely well. And on the back end, they're going to be extremely wealthy. They're going to do extremely well. They're going to make so much profits, we're just not going to be able to see it. We're not going to be able to believe it, actually. Bitcoin is only going to get stronger. In my opinion, that's why BlackRock is continuing to accumulate at such high record levels. They're going to continue to keep doing it. And it works any wiser, any smarter for the better. Not financial advice, just my opinion. If we follow BlackRock's lead, then we should also do pretty well. So I'm going to end it on that note. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Always new content coming there real soon, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. And before I jump into this video, I just want to wish everybody a happy Bitcoin Pizza Day. If you're not aware of our tradition, 15 years ago, a guy in Florida, I think, spent 10,000 Bitcoins to buy 2 large pepperoni Papa John pizzas. And ever since then, we just celebrate it as a tradition, as a holiday. So I got my pizza today. It was a large pepperoni from Pizza Hut, and I'm going to eat it after, I finish this video. But celebrate the tradition, celebrate all the fun things that come with this community. So let's, happy Bitcoin Pizza Day. Let's get that out the way. Now we can jump into this video. Bitcoin new all-time high video. Bitcoin reached a new all-time high. I believe it just got over 111K. Over a few days ago it was 108, and then 109, and then 110. Now 111. So this rise, this pump is not a surprise to me. It's not a mystery to me. I always said that Bitcoin was always in a bull run. It was always, the fundamentals always look good. The adoption never stopped. The hodling never stopped. The FOMO never stopped. Every day you hear Bitcoin reserve storages that was going up in some new state or some new country. So the adoption never stopped, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin continued to keep growing. The only thing that was the problem was the emotion in the market. Everybody got scared. They got freaked out because of the trade war, because of the tariffs, because of U.S. and China, pinning big tariffs on each other. And once that got sorted out, once they reached the agreement, and if you haven't watched that video, I made a video about that, so don't forget to check that out also. But once they reached the agreement or some kind of an understanding, you start seeing the money start flowing back into it. So never forget this, ladies and gentlemen. The market is always 95% emotion when it all comes down. Because Bitcoin, it never changed. Bitcoin always been the same in my opinion. Everything, the adoption, all the positive things, all the momentum that's happening, all the ETFs and the institutional investments inside Bitcoin, that never went away. The only thing that was the trouble was just the emotion and the panic in the market. Panic about the trade and stuff like that. So Bitcoin is doing what it's always been doing in my opinion. So this is a bullish day in my opinion. We should celebrate it. Whenever Bitcoin hit a new all-time high, I'm always happy. I'm always celebrating. I'm always enjoying it. I'm eating my pizza. I'm having a good day, ladies and gentlemen. So don't forget to, spread that along. If you guys waited a long time for this, enjoy this moment as well. We always been through the downside and all the negative things that's been happening over the last 3 months. When something good happens, you should always celebrate it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm in there. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on Nets. Leave a positive like, a comment or two. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Always new content coming there real soon. New content coming here on Nets, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to jump right into this one. This one is about the China and United States trade agreement. So I wanted to do my due diligence on this one because when this broke over on Mother's Day, I wanted to take a couple of days to do the research, see what's actually in this deal. And practically what I came up with was this was a 90-day pause. It's definitely a pause, no reciprocal tariffs on the United States, no reciprocal tariffs on China. So it's practically a clean slate. They're having a clean slate so they can negotiate a broader trade deal. That's going to affect us, it's going to affect China, it's going to affect practically the global economy. Because whether we like it or not, everything's global at this point. So overall, this is positive news, I think. I mean, this is definitely news that the Bitcoin market, in my opinion, the Bitcoin community wanted to hear. And I've been receiving a lot of comments on my videos. A lot of people have been saying, but Michael, how does this affect the Bitcoin economy? How does trade tariffs and stuff like that affects the Bitcoin market? And practically the answer to that is that everything affects. If everything's in the global market, it affects everything. Bitcoin is so mainstream now. And it wasn't like this 3 years ago. It wasn't like this 4 years. It wasn't even like this 2 years ago. But Bitcoin is so mainstream now. We have Wall Street fat cats got their hands all up in Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. ETFs, Bitcoin strategic reserves, companies holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets, companies investing in Bitcoin, just in companies, whether it's mining or whether some other things. Wall Street, finance, big corporations, big banks, they have their hands all up in Bitcoin. And it's good because we all like high prices, right? We all like Bitcoin going to the moon. We all like when Michael Saylor said it's going to reach $1 million or so. We all like that. But we don't like the fat cats that come in here and they have so much control over Bitcoin. And when they get scared and when they panic sell, we all feel it. That's just real truth reality, ladies and gentlemen. We're all going to feel it. So that's why it's extremely important that these things get done because everything is connected at this point. We think that crypto and Bitcoin is external, is separated from that, but the guys who also have large amounts of capital inside Bitcoin, large amount of assets and money inside crypto, they have money in stock market, they have money in bonds, they have money in gold, they have money all over the place. So it's all connected, ladies and gentlemen. If this is definitely bullish news, I want to keep this one short and sweet. I'm going to keep you guys updated. So thank you guys for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on Nets. Leave a positive like, a comment or two, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We've been doing big things on there, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I had to get back on cam real quick. This is a spur of the moment video. But everything that's happening right now, I feel like I need to make a video on it. So are we entering a new Bitcoin bull market? That's the title of this video. So the bullishness never really stopped for Bitcoin. All the other stuff, all the external stuff that has nothing to do with Bitcoin, quite frankly, has been keeping the price pretty steady, even keeping the price where it's at the current moment. But once these concerns are all gone away, I always said you're going to see Bitcoin kind of go up to, kind of the moon, because every day we are getting adoption news that should pump Bitcoin to the stratosphere. We should. I mean, we just had the other day on Warren Buffett, the number one Bitcoin, hater, bear, whatever you want to call him. He despised Bitcoin. The man is about 96, 97 years old. All his life, ever since Bitcoin was created, he has done nothing but just fud Bitcoin. He shamed Bitcoin. But just a few days ago, he came out and saying that with his company, he is going to invest nearly $100 billion into Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, if that does not tell you how powerful Bitcoin is, does that not tell you the upside of Bitcoin, that Warren Buffett, the number one, I don't want to say enemy, but the number one hater of Bitcoin, is jumping into the arms race, that should let you know how valuable Bitcoin is. This is an arms race, ladies and gentlemen. This is an international arms race. And everybody, I mean everybody, wants to get their hands on Bitcoin. That cannot be disputed at this point. We have trade resolutions that are happening, right? UK and United States making a trade deal. A few days ago, it was United States and India. And I'm pretty sure going down the line, you're going to have all these countries from Mexico to China to the EU, if that didn't already happen already. But I think it probably did happen already. But if it didn't, you're going to have all these countries, including China at some point. These trade agreements are going to get done. The kind of the uncertainty is going to be out the window. Wall Street is going to get back to business. Money is going to be back flowing into these markets, and that including Bitcoin. So yes, in my opinion, we could be starting a new Bitcoin bull market because the fear is kind of gone, the uncertainty is gone, and we are kind of starting to move in the right direction as we should have. But the trade disputes, it kind of stopped Bitcoin in its tracks. With the trade disputes getting solved, we should continue our upward climb. We should go back to exactly where we were. So current moment, we just passed the 100K mark, and I expect that to continue going. So thank you guys. I just wanted to give my thoughts on this. We're definitely heading in the right direction. And you guys like this video, follow me here on that, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Ashton Jr. I'm back with another video here. Don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We got new content coming there very soon, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We've been back, we've been out for the last couple of weeks with a cold, but we're slowly wrenching back up into form, and we're back with this another important video here, ladies and gentlemen. The hacking of Bybit. And this is another important video. Whenever it affects, retail investors, just the regular folks out there, I'm always more attuned to follow it and more attuned to, be concerned about it, because I don't want regular folks out there being taken advantage of and being hurt and stuff like that. So this is another unfortunate incident. If you've been following the news over the last 24 hours, Bybit, they've been hacked. They lost about $1.4 billion worth of Ethereum and possibly other assets, if you ask me, because the way that the CEO and the companies and the PR that they've been sending out there, this is very devastating to them. This is a very bad hack, and it's definitely going to affect everybody who do transactions on this exchange, in my opinion. Now, we all know that security breaches can happen to any exchanges. Hell, it even happens to, Fortune 500 companies and banks. So this is not a new phenomenon. It happens. And a mid-sized, exchange like Bybit is not a major exchange, ladies and gentlemen. It's not Coinbase, it's not Gemini, it's not Crypto.com, it's not Binance. So this is a mid-tier to small exchange, and this is a big hit for them. $1.4 billion they lost. This is a big hit. And I imagine that, and the CEO came out with this today, that he's taking loans to make sure that business continue to keep going up. They're saying the right things. The PR is saying the right things, that they'll solve it, that they're not going to have any issues with bank runs or stuff like that. But you can tell that the CEO is definitely nervous. He's in a bind here, because once the retail investors, and once anybody, no matter what business it is, once you lose confidence in the institution playing with your money and your assets, pretty much that's game over. As FTX about that. Once you lose money and confidence with that your assets are not going to be protected, then you're kind of in a bad way there. So if you use this particular exchange, you're going to be affected. That's just the nature of the game here. But I also want to take this time just to say it again, and I probably made about a dozen videos on this about self-custody, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what exchange you use, whether it's Coinbase or Binance or a small tier, exchange, never leave your assets on these exchanges. Because once you do that, it is not your money anymore. It's their money. And these exchanges do not have the best security protocols. Just saying it plain out. They really don't. Criminals, they target these exchanges. These are digital banks. These exchanges hold cash, they hold Bitcoin, they hold Ethereum, they hold all kind of crypto assets. They hold stable coins. This is a digital bank, ladies and gentlemen. Do not leave your assets in these exchanges, because you're taking all the risks and you're not getting any of the rewards, in my opinion. Get you a digital cold wallet, or get you some kind of nano ledger, a physical cold storage wallet, something that you have control over. And even if it's a digital cold wallet like a Coinbase wallet or something like that, that is off the internet. You have physical keys to that. That's something that you control. It's safe. You don't want to leave your assets on exchanges. I just don't understand that for the life of me, why people do that. And if you're like a trader, then I understand you constantly got to have capital on there. But, limit how much you have on there. Don't leave all your assets on these exchanges, because things like this can happen, unfortunately. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated on this. And, this is just a bad situation overall. I feel for the people who lost money. Hopefully this could be a learning lesson. Don't leave your money on exchanges, ladies and gentlemen. Self-custody. So thanks for watching. I'll update you guys later. And I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hatton Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here and that. Leave a positive like and comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New content coming there real soon, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to jump right into this one. And it's kind of self-explanatory. This is kind of like a clickbait kind of title. Will Bitcoin hit a new all-time high? And everybody watching this video who's in the Bitcoin community, who's a Bitcoin bull, who's a Bitcoin fan, we all know that Bitcoin's going to hit a new all-time high. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm really talking about, will Bitcoin hit a new all-time high this year, 2025? Will it? So we already hit it earlier this year, I believe. I got to double check. But I believe we already hit it this year. I believe the all-time high is around 108K, right? So with President Trump doing all these things, executive orders, releasing a lot of things, we're definitely going to, in my opinion, we're definitely going to get there this year. Now, there's some headwinds to, pay close attention to, but I believe if they're under control, with all the adoption, with all the FOMO that's happening, we definitely can reach that target. We definitely have bullish momentum on our side, ladies and gentlemen. State governments, the federal government, foreign governments are all instituting bills and all investing in Bitcoin, hollering Bitcoin, going to sell a Bitcoin strategic reserves. Certain states are going to do that. We're definitely in a golden age of Bitcoin. I've been saying this in my videos recently, because we really are in the golden age of Bitcoin. And we have this arms race that's happening as everybody's competing in it. And so far, I have to make another video about this, actually, because in my opinion, BlackRock has just been killing it. They've been dominating the Bitcoin arms race. Everybody's catching up, don't get me wrong, but they have the most Bitcoin. They've been dominating. They are everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. They are everywhere. So with this in mind, will we get to a new all-time high this year? Definitely. We're definitely going to get there. There's no doubt in my mind that we achieve that. So pay close attention to all the breaking news that's happening, because breaking news is it's happening every day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm keeping up. I'm trying to keep up, and I will always update you, ladies and gentlemen, about this breaking news that are happening. But just keep watching this channel, and you be the best informed Bitcoin community that you possibly could be. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Jackson Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Big content coming there real soon, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I've been thinking about making this video for more than a week now. And I just wanted to think about it and get my thoughts in order, because this is not a easy situation or an easy topic to talk about in the Bitcoin community. So the Trump meme coin, that's been happening for like over a week. I think if it was released right before his inauguration or maybe after his inauguration, I'm not 100% sure. But it's been taking off like gangbusters. And a lot of people in the Bitcoin community that I see, they're very upset about this. Just in nature, most Bitcoiners, they're very anti, other tokens other than Bitcoin, especially meme tokens. I mean, most of us, we believe that these things should not exist. We believe that meme tokens have no purpose. I mean, as a Bitcoiner, a hardcore Bitcoiner, you appreciate value and you appreciate utility, and Bitcoin has all that. But some of these meme tokens, although they are valuable, but there's no purpose behind their value, which is why it makes a lot of Bitcoiners upset. They think they all should be gone. They think they all should be banned. They think 99% of all other cryptos are just, BS. That, they're shit coins. They shouldn't be on the market. Now, there's some cryptos out there that has a reason for being, whether we want to admit it or not. Ethereum, in my opinion, is not a shit coin. Cardano, probably not a shit coin. Solana used to be bad tech, but now it looks like there's something going on there. So me as a Bitcoiner, I could appreciate other cryptos that bring value, but none of these cryptos will ever be as big as Bitcoin or even be more important or overtake Bitcoin, in my opinion. That's why I'm secure in saying that. I can recognize other cryptos' value without being scared or being worried that it's going to overtake Bitcoin, because that's never going to happen. What I'm seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen, let me be straightforward and clear with you guys. That's most likely never going to happen. There's too much institution adoption behind Bitcoin, too much money behind Bitcoin, too much reasons for it to succeed behind Bitcoin. But just because all those cases are true, that doesn't mean that other cryptos cannot survive or even thrive in this environment. And I'm not a hater in that sense. If you invested another, these meme coins like the Trump coin, or you adopted what's the other one, Doge coins or Shiba Inu, Pepe or whatever it is, then if you do well, good for you. You do well, you make money. I'm happy for you in that sense. But those coins are a lot more riskier. So everybody, especially in the Bitcoin community, we hate rug pulls. We hate rug pulls, and these coins often, mostly than not, end up being a rug pull at the end of the day. So I'm not gonna, for all the people who's watching these videos who are investing in these cryptos, I'm not gonna beat you down and tear you down. I'm just saying, just do your research and be careful with your money at the end of the day, because that's what's all come down to. I want you guys to make money. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to be successful. I want you guys to take care of your families. I want you guys to invest in Bitcoin, obviously. Not financial advice, just my opinion. You would do very well if you could afford to do that. But these other cryptos, they're a lot more riskier. But sometimes big risk, big reward. So I'm not going to be upset if you guys do that also. So Trump, as a businessman, created this meme token, and he made it look like he's worth more than $58 billion now. So as a businessman, it's working out for him. And as a Bitcoiner, I can appreciate everything the president has done for the Bitcoin community with these executive orders. So I'm willing to give the president a pass on this one, because I know he's in his heart, he cares about our community, he cares about the United States, he cares about making money, but he's not a Bitcoiner at heart. He's a businessman. So we have to recognize that also. But I mean, you guys have any thoughts? Let me know, Bitcoin community. Let me know in the comments. Like this video, follow me, and let's hash this out. So thank you guys for watching. It's been interesting. As you can see, I'm still getting my thoughts on this. I'm still not 100% sure, you know, about this whole issue about meme coins, but you know, we're getting there. So thank you guys for watching. I see you on the next one, my friends. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Big content coming there real soon. I'm getting on it, ladies and gentlemen, so don't forget to subscribe. And we're gonna jump into this video because this is another important video. And say what you want about President Trump, but he's anything but boring. I mean, this man, especially as a Bitcoin content creator, this man is giving me tons and tons of content to talk about because he is breaking news daily. That's what he do. He break news. So yesterday was no exception at all, ladies and gentlemen. So yesterday the president signed a couple of executive orders. You know, the first one was, I think he rescind a Biden administration executive order SB 121, which is pretty much an affirmative that constrains banks from holding Bitcoin and digital assets. So it stops banks, it outlaws them from holding digital assets of Bitcoin, etc. And that is a big one because now this constrains the bank. This opened the banks up with their capital, with their trillions and trillions of dollars in assets to hold Bitcoin to their balance sheets and hold other digital assets to their balance sheets, which is something that they always wanted to do, but they just couldn't. So that is another big one. And the other executive order was, look like the president is setting up a exploration or some kind of crypto committee to explore to Bitcoin and digital assets, particularly as a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So that is big news. And I hope they go through with that because there's nothing that the country needs more than more Bitcoin. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? This is a Bitcoin arms race at this point. Everybody wants it. Foreign nations wants it. Banks wants it. BlackRock wants it, Wall Street wants it, everybody, retail investors want it, everybody's competing for the small set of Bitcoiners out there on the market. So it'd be wise for the president to do this, to set up a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And if you haven't watched my video, I made a video about this a couple of days ago, so go out there and watch it. But yeah, this would be huge. It'd be big breaking news if this transpired. And I have no doubt that it probably will transpire because, let's be honest, we were all worried. At least I was. I made videos saying, if President Trump did this, if President Trump did that. And it seemed like he's fulfilling most of his promises. Everything he said he was going to do, he's doing, pertaining to Bitcoin or not Bitcoin. So, you know, that's important because we have a Bitcoin president now. And he's standing by his word and he's uplifting the community. And also, I don't want to forget this either. He gave a speech yesterday when he broke all this down. He said he's going to make the United States the AI and the crypto capital of the world. And when I hear crypto, I think Bitcoin because this is the most important crypto. It's the biggest crypto. So, I mean, that's huge. That is a big, huge dump right there. So, I mean, we are definitely in a new age of Bitcoin. And I made a video about that too. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch that too. We're definitely in the new age of Bitcoin. We're in the golden age of Bitcoin. And things are progressing smoothly, in my opinion. Things are progressing even better than I thought they would. So before I wrap this video up, I just want to say congratulations to Senator Loomis. Senator Loomis, she became the committee chairwoman for digital assets in the Senate, which is also important. Because we have allies in the Senate, we have allies in the House, we have allies in the White House, we have allies in the U.S. government. So that's good for Bitcoin, it's good for all digital currencies if you invest. So yeah, I mean, President Trump is keeping his promises. Things are definitely happening in a positive way. And things look good for Bitcoin. There's no doubt that we may get to that 250K number or even more. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I keep you posted with more breaking news because this man is keeping me busy. There's no doubt about that. And I see you guys on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Aston Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on Nets. Leave a positive like, a comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New content coming there real soon, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in case you guys didn't know, we are in a new Bitcoin golden age. There's no doubt about that. After what I've seen over the last few days and what I see coming up in the last few weeks that we've been experiencing, there's no doubt we're definitely in a new golden Bitcoin age. Bitcoin strategic reserves are being announced by multiple states, from Oklahoma to Massachusetts to California to a whole bunch of states that are announcing it. It's actually quite amazing to see that the FOMO is real. The FOMO is happening. Like I've been saying for 2 years here, guys, the Bitcoin arms race is real. Don't let anybody tell you anything differently. It is definitely real. You know, Wall Street, you know, BlackRock got his hands all up in Bitcoin. It got so much billions and billions of dollars in the ETFs, and pretty soon going to be, you know, holding Bitcoin on his balance sheets pretty soon. There's no question in my mind about that. So as Trump getting into office, and I know he's signing a whole bunch of executive orders over the last couple of days. Hopefully he get towards the Bitcoin, the crypto ones. But it's only a matter of time before those guidelines that the Biden administration passed about companies and banks not holding Bitcoin on his balance sheet, that will end. We will have new, you know, regulatory framework for crypto and for Bitcoin and all this other good stuff. So, I mean, that kind of stuff is already happening. On day one, the president made true on his promises. He said he was going to do a whole bunch of executive orders. He has done them, and there's more coming. So we could be optimistic, and we could, you know, rejoice that we finally have a Bitcoin president in the White House. We never had that before, ladies and gentlemen. Now we definitely do. Bitcoin value will only continue to increase due to its scarcity, due to its volume, due to its value, due to everything, the storage of value, everything that Bitcoin represents. It was only increased, ladies and gentlemen. This is part of the FOMO. This is part of the arms race, like I always say. So it's only going to continue to increase, and we can hold true that President Trump will hold on to his promises. He's going to make this country the crypto capital of the world, the Bitcoin capital of the world. So that's bullish. That's definitely an optimistic thing, no doubt about that. So we are in a new golden age of Bitcoin, and I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet because I've been rambling on in my last videos. So I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet, and I appreciate you guys, and I thank you, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Aston Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm getting on as we speak. New content coming there real soon. So don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. And I just woke up. I had to make this video. It's been on my mind for the last couple of days as the breaking news that's been breaking. And you know, all the Trump executive orders that he's been talking about. So this video is called Bitcoin Strategic Reserve video. You know, that's what I'm going to name this video. So a few days ago, 2-3 days ago, Donald Trump has relayed what he's going to do when he becomes president. He's kind of leaked a couple of things in the administration. Incoming administration has leaked a couple of things about crypto executive orders and just crypto industry as a whole. He wants to make crypto a national priority. The couple of executive orders he talked about was building a crypto council in the White House. So he's going to have a list of advisors and founders around him, give him information. And if you've been watching my videos for the last 2 years, you know that's exactly what we advocate for. What I advocate for is that the president, the SEC, they don't have nobody around them that's telling them the right things. They're just kind of winging it as they go. They just got investors, Wall Street, and business guys who don't know nothing about the industry. So it's important to have people like Michael Saylor in there and Charles Hoskinson, people who know Bitcoin, people who know the industry, to give the president the right advice and tell him, you know, how things work and how things are going to operate, stuff like that. So this is a big plus. The second executive order he says he's going to sign was, I believe it was something like reining in the SEC. He's going to rein in the SEC. The crypto enforcement is going to end. The crackdown is going to end. Trump 2.0 under Biden is officially over when Donald Trump becomes president. So that's another positive thing. And the third thing is, I'm not sure this is going to be a different executive order or not. I'm going to still do more research on it. But he's been hinting that he wants to do a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And as soon as this has been relayed, you start seeing over the last couple of days, nearly most of the states in the United States want to do the same things. State senators, state houses in Oklahoma trying to pass bills, houses in California introducing bills, houses in Massachusetts, introducing bills. We already know Wyoming and Texas and Florida already have some stuff going on. But this is what I've been talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And you've been watching my videos, go watch my video I just revisited a couple of days ago or yesterday, I believe. And Bitcoin arms race. This goes into it. This is part of the arms race I've been talking about for years now. Everybody, whether it's state governments, city governments, the federal government, other government, foreign governments, businesses, Wall Street, BlackRock, everybody want to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. And you're seeing FOMO coming. You're seeing FOMO happening right now. Excuse me. You're seeing a lot of FOMO happening because in a couple of days, President Trump is going to take office again. And he's made it known to the world that he wants the United States to become the crypto capital of the world, the Bitcoin capital of the world. And that's something that I could get behind. Let me tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I could get behind that vision. No doubt about it. So if you're a company, if you're a government, state government or federal government, it makes sense to have Bitcoin on your balance sheet. It makes sense to hold Bitcoin as a store of value, to protect your wealth, to protect your assets. Or if you're a company, if you're a hedge fund, if you're on Wall Street, it makes sense to have Bitcoin on your balance sheet because that's going to boost your profits. So it's just a win-win in my opinion. Everybody should be doing this. And that's what we're starting to see. So this video already went too long for me. I wanted to make a short video, but when I talk about Bitcoin, I tend to go on. So forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. But more content coming on this, more content coming after President Trump is inaugurated, because a lot of breaking news is happening rapid fast right now. So thank you guys for watching this, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me on X, leave a positive like or comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New content coming there real soon. I've been pumping that up for months now. I'm going to get on it, so just check it out, subscribe. New content coming there real soon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so, and by the way, Happy New Year. We're in 2025 now. Happy New Year. Hopefully you guys have a safe and a healthy New Year. And we're going to get into this video. And it's a very interesting title I created for this video. The title of this video is called, Does BlackRock Has Too Much Control of Bitcoin? And it's a very interesting title. First, before I get into it, I'm going to start with a story. I made a video about 2 years ago. And by then, nobody didn't really watch it or anything like that. But I made a video in the dumps of the crypto winter. After the whole Sam Bankman-Fried fiasco, after interest rates were being ratcheted up, everybody was losing their shirts, everybody was upset, everybody was in the poorhouse. And I said 2 years ago, for the Bitcoin community, if we want these high prices that we know Bitcoin could get to, but it's going to take a little bit of help. If we want these high prices, if we want the ETFs to be approved, if we want major mainstream adoption, then we're going to lose a sense of the community. We're going to lose a sense of what Bitcoin represents to the grassroots, to the early developers, to everybody. Because once you let Wall Street in, it's never going to be the same. Yes, Wall Street is going to pump that thing up. They're going to manipulate Bitcoin. They're going to make as much money as they can from it. They want to control it. That's what Wall Street wants to do. When I say Wall Street, investment banks, Federal Reserve, they all included. They're all the same to me. But when I really think about Wall Street, I think about the most powerful corporation in the world, which is BlackRock. BlackRock owns every major piece of corporation on earth. Every major Fortune 500 company, they have major stocks and major shares in. BlackRock controls the world, in my opinion. So Once you allow that happen, you allow the institutional money to come in. It's good. The prices went up. A lot of people made a lot of money. I'm sure Michael Saylor is happy. He's worth multi-billions of dollars now. But, we lose a sense of what it was. We lose a sense. It's not the same anymore. And it's kind of hard to put into words, but, it's definitely mainstream now. That's a good thing in my opinion. And a lot of people may not be upset with it. So if you're not upset with it, hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is it would never be the same as it was before. That's what I'm saying. So in my opinion, BlackRock was always going to be the winner of the Bitcoin arms race because they have $9 trillion in assets. They could literally just buy more than anybody on earth. They have the connections, they have the money, and whatever they want, pretty much they're going to get. They wanted the ETFs. They pushed for the ETFs. And Gary Gensler, give him credit, he did his best to try to deny it. But as soon as BlackRock said there's going to be ETF, guess what? There was a Bitcoin ETF, guys. So that lets you know how powerful these guys really are. Now, I'm going to make another video on something that happened 2 weeks ago with BlackRock. Everybody talk about that commercial. I've been so busy I haven't been able to make a video about it, but I'm going to. This is going to be my next video after this one. But they put in question Bitcoin 21 cap. The 21 supply, the fifth supply that makes Bitcoin valuable. They put in question. Maybe that's not so set in stone according to BlackRock. Maybe they may want more Bitcoin than 21 million. So I'm going to tease that. That's a little tease right there. I'm going to make another video. And my next video is going to be exactly on that. And that would drive all the Bitcoiners crazy if they even tried to destroy Bitcoin 21 million fixed cap supply. Because that's what will give Bitcoin its value, in my opinion. So that's coming up next, guys. But for sure, BlackRock is a very powerful entity. And they do control Bitcoin right now. There's no doubt about that. Thank you guys for watching. Watch the next video. I'm going to call it part 2. And I see you guys in the next one, my friends. Thank you. Everybody, my name is Michael Ashton Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New content coming there real soon, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Just subscribe to it. And, Happy New Year also. Let me be the last one to wish you guys a Happy New Year. And we're going to get right into this one. Now, I teased this one in my earlier video. Now, I'm going to change the title a little bit. But this is still part 2 in my opinion, and it's all about BlackRock and his ability trying to change Bitcoin's 21 million fixed supply. So I'm gonna call this video "Can BlackRock Change Bitcoin 21 million fixed supply?" video. It's kind of long, but I'm gonna shorten it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, about a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, BlackRock pretty much made a video. They made a commercial, an ad promoted Bitcoin. It was mostly positive. It was mostly good. But there was a little thing at the end when they put Bitcoin, listing all the positives, all the good things about Bitcoin. And they put 21 million, fixed supply in quotations and a question mark. And that had people in the community thinking that maybe BlackRock is trying to change the supply of Bitcoin, which would be very difficult to do, but not impossible to do. And I'm going to explain why. But before I go into that one, a little history lesson. We've been through this before, ladies and gentlemen. Back in 2015 to 2017, we've been through this before. And let me tell you what happened then. So Bitcoin miners, developers, and exchanges all fought for how much information, how much data they could put inside a Bitcoin block. And this led to the block war, as they call it. And it was very... we still feeling the effects of it today. So they fought over control of the block. They fought over control of the protocols and the rules of Bitcoin. And the big blockers pretty much lost the war. So you see the big hard fork, you see the whole thing split up into two. And that's what became Bitcoin Cash. That's what that ultimately became. In 2017, everybody knew there was a hard fork, and that's what happened. But the small blocks won the war. So the developers who won the small blocks kept it as close as Satoshi's vision as possible, in my opinion. And they won the war, and this is the Bitcoin that we enjoy today. The 21 million fist supply, the whole blockchain, the whole thing about the miners and stuff like that, the halving, the sort of protocols that we have today. That's it's things that they follow over. The protocols and the rules of Bitcoin going forward. So the big blockers lost the war, the small blockers won the war. And that's how we live under the rules and the protocols of Bitcoin policy today. Now, Bitcoin 21 million fifth supply is something that all Bitcoiners agree on. Whether they're maximists, whether they agree with other cryptos or whatnot. But one thing that we all agree on is the 21 million fifth supply. It is essential to Bitcoin's survival that this does not get changed. Because the moment it happens, Bitcoin loses most of its value. That's what separates it from all the other, I don't want to talk bad about the other coins, but the other coins with a whole bunch of supply, Dogecoin and stuff like that. Don't kill me, okay, guys, but Dogecoin with quadrillion coins out there and stuff like that. Pretty much it became as a meme stock. We don't want Bitcoin to become that. We want Bitcoin to be recognized for its value. And scarcity is extremely important to the Bitcoin protocol, to the Bitcoin community. It's valuable because it's scarce. The US dollar is a perfect example. It isn't scarce. The government continued to print US dollars at mayhem. And it lost 99% of its value over the last, 70 or 80 years. Bitcoin value is due to its scarcity. And that 21 million fifth supply is extremely important to the community. And they will fight BlackRock to the death over this. And BlackRock trying to change that. And I think BlackRock knows that. So I'm going to calm down. Community, calm down. BlackRock isn't stupid enough to do that. At the end of the day, they're very greedy people. They want to make money. They have $55 billion invested in the ETFs through Bitcoin. So they want to make money. They do this, they lose money, they destroy Bitcoin. I don't think they're going to do that. So let's calm down, but let's keep a close eye on them too. We're going to watch them. We're going to watch them. And, we're going to keep a close eye on them. But let's calm down. The 21 million supply is not going to change anytime soon. So this is one of my longer videos. I have to make it long because this is an extremely important topic. And we got to keep close eyes on them, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for watching, and I see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Aston Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like, a comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New content coming at the beginning of the year, so don't forget to check that out, ladies and gentlemen. And before I get into this one, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and a Happy New Year. So whatever holidays you celebrate, I just want to, wish my followers and my viewers a happy holidays. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's been a great year, and we're going to jump right into this video. This one's called Bitcoin 2024 Review Video. Now, Bitcoin 2024 video has been completely crazy this year. I mean, it's up nearly 133% for the year. I mean, that's a massive return on investment. That's a massive successful year, in my opinion. And I think I can speak for everybody in the Bitcoin community when I say we're expecting the exact same thing, if not even more, in 2025. So this year has definitely lived up to its expectations, no doubt about that. We have billions of dollars going into the ETF space. We have retail investment that's never left the space. We have Wall Street investment. We have institutional investment. And we also are getting, more governments involved and more governments looking at Bitcoin in a serious matter because they see its scarcity and they see how special it is. So we're this year was definitely a big move forward, definitely in adoption and momentum going forward. Even pension funds definitely got into the midst of the ETFs and got into the midst of Bitcoin adoption. So there's a whole bunch of revenue sources that are feeding in this growth for Bitcoin. And it's only going to continue to grow as it gets more and more adoption going. You know, I predicted that we were past the 100K mark. I made a couple of videos back in August or September. We definitely hit that goal, and I believe right before the election or after the election in November. So we definitely been on march. We've been on our targets, and we've been spot on. At least when you come to this channel and this video, that we're gonna get things right as far as that kind of stuff. But it's just been a remarkable year for Bitcoin, and we cannot underestimate how special it's been, especially the last few years. How we've been in a Bitcoin winter. This year has been a massive breakout, and we should all celebrate that. So as we turn the calendar to 2025, and with a new president, an old president, but also a new president coming in, and Mr. Donald Trump coming in, we can expect more growth going forward, definitely. And this year is just, just the beginning of things. I believe next year we could probably redo triple what we did this year, if President Trump stayed true to his promises and if he delivered on the things that he said he was going to do for Bitcoin. If he does that, then the sky is the limit, my friends. There's no doubt about that. So this has been a great 2024. I look forward to 2025. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends. And happy holidays and happy new year. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on this. Leave a positive like or comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New content coming there real soon, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. And before I start this video, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope that you guys enjoy this time with your friends and your family, and I hope this new year be a happy and a healthy new year also too. So before I get into this video, I also want to thank my followers, the viewers who've been watching me in 2024 and 2023. And I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the positive comments and the support. And we're going to keep it going until 2025. So this video is called 2025 preview video. And what can we expect in 2025 as Bitcoiners, as part of the Bitcoin community? What can we expect? And I'm going to let you guys know exactly what I'm going to expect. First thing first is that the Bitcoin arms race is going to continue. You're going to still have institutions, corporations, Wall Street. You're going to have nations, countries of all kinds continue to accumulate Bitcoin. I never expect that not to happen. That's going to continue to happen. But what I'm looking for and what I expect is when President Trump, when he gets sworn in on January 20th, is he going to go through with all the promises he made? Because all the markets, all the hopium, all the bullishness that we're seeing is based on the promises that we believe that President Trump is going to deliver for the Bitcoin community. And also Bitcoin policy as a totality. With the U.S. government now under new leadership, what is going to be the Bitcoin policy, even the crypto policy under the leadership of President Trump and the Republican Party? So that is something that I'm looking closely at right now. I'm also looking at one of the promises that President Trump made, government agencies like the U.S. Treasury, who got their own problems with China just hacking them the other day. But that's a different video for a different day. And the Federal Reserve, what are their stance going to be when it comes to Bitcoin policy? Are they going to accumulate? Are they going to write different rules that make it easier for corporations of Wall Street to hodl and hold Bitcoin? Like, what is the stance is going to be towards Bitcoin and crypto policy as a whole? That's also another area that I'm looking at right now. Sensible rules of the road, sensible regulations when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. The government should have a pretty good hands-on attitude when it comes to that. And we know they don't know everything, so they should bring people from the community who do know, who could consult them. Like I said, it shouldn't be this difficult. After, 15, 16 years of Bitcoin being out there, they have sensible regulations and sensible rules of the road for not only Bitcoin, but for other crypto, companies and crypto currencies that's out there on the market. The government should do their due diligence. They should hire or at least bring in the best people to help them get through this transition. Because whether they like it or not, Bitcoin isn't going anywhere. If anything, it's only going to get stronger and stronger. It's going to be integrated in the U.S. economy. It's only going to become more household. It's only going to become more mainstream worldwide. And it's already doing that right now. So if the government wants to keep and maintain the control, the best bet is to accumulate Bitcoin, is to wrap their arms around Bitcoin, in my opinion, if they want to be successful and continue their dominance like governments like to do. So to wrap this up, I believe 2025 is going to be bigger than 2024 was for Bitcoin. And I don't say that lightly, ladies and gentlemen. 2024 was really big for Bitcoin. You know, the ETFs, other adoption, getting over that 100K mark, that psychological number, 100K, getting over that, that's a big deal. So 2024 was extremely popular, extremely successful for Bitcoin. But 2025, in my opinion, is going to be even bigger. And it starts on January 20th with President Trump gets sworn in and he starts delivering on his promises and his policies on Bitcoin. So let's watch out for that. Let's keep a close eye on that. I'm going to update you guys. I'm going to definitely keep you guys in the loop and see what's happening. Any new news on that. But thank you guys for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Ashton Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on X. Leave a positive like and comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New content coming by the beginning of next year, so don't forget to check that out, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with another Bitcoin video, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy this one. Now I know there's been a little pullback since I've seen this stat, definitely in the markets, because the Federal Reserve, because of Jerome Powell and what he said at his last rate cut meeting. And you know, he was very bearish, and you know, put a lot of caveats on a lot of things. But I think about a week ago I said a stat that Bitcoin was up 133% for the year, which is amazing in any year, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you're investing in Bitcoin strictly for, you know, return purposes and as an investment, then that's a massive return on your investment. That's a massive return of your hard-earned capital going to work there for you. So that is also extremely important. So congrats to you guys. You know, 133% for 1 year is a hell of a profit. Let's not minimize that. If you're holding Bitcoin for the future, then your net worth, your whole profit, your storage of value just increased significantly. You know, you definitely became a lot more wealthier from the beginning of the year towards the end of the year, because 133% growth is, like I said, that's an amazing stat. But the thing is, we're just getting started. I mean, that could be peanuts compared to what happened next year, in my opinion. So whether you guys are investing in Bitcoin for, you know, return purposes, for investment purposes, or you're holding Bitcoin to protect your wealth, to protect your storage of value, you guys made an excellent decision. There's no doubt about that in my mind. So this whole year for Bitcoin, in my opinion, has been a total success. You know, adoption is growing rapidly. Everything that's going to happen next year is definitely a big plus, big size, you know. So that's all positive, bullish things that are happening right now. So 133% this year is a good return on your investment. But next year, let's watch that double, triple, maybe quadruple that. You know, so thank you guys for watching. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. And I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Ashton Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me on X. Leave a positive like and comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Major updates coming there, so don't forget to check it out very soon. And we're back with, quite frankly, this is my favorite topic, my favorite title to make. I make, over these last 2 years, maybe hundreds of videos, and I always make a video about the arms race. I always make different variations of the Bitcoin arms race. I feel like it's the most important topic in Bitcoin, to be honest with you. Yeah, as an investor in Bitcoin and other crypto since 2018, and since 2 years I've been making these videos, hundreds of videos, there's no doubt that the Bitcoin arms race is the most important topic. And I'm going to tell you why, ladies and gentlemen. The whole reason for President Biden choke point 2.0, the operation that they ran, was to get Bitcoin, get crypto assets out of the hands of you, the retail investor, out of the hands of regular people, out of the hands of the people who created it, and give it to financial institutions that are favorable towards the government. So they want to give that kind of stuff to the banks, give that up to the hedge funds, BlackRock, Vanguard, and etc. That was the whole point of it. It was to slow it down because they could not comprehend what was happening. It was moving light speeds for them. And if they cannot destroy something, they would want to take it over. They want to dominate that. Let me say that again, ladies and gentlemen. When the feds, when the government cannot control something, or excuse me, if they cannot destroy something, they want to control it. If they can't kill it, they want to control it. Because one thing the government fears is losing control and dominance. That's one thing that the U.S. government fears, is losing control and dominance. No one fears the U.S. government, losing control and dominance. So in the recent past, bankers, BlackRock, Vanguard, the establishment, financial institutions, they all would say terrible things about Bitcoin. Up to maybe a year and a half ago, when there's been a switch. Once the enforcement of the agencies that the Biden administration weaponized, and they feel like they had enough resources, they had enough Bitcoin, they have enough crypto, they got the original founders out of there and stuff like that. You start seeing the change. You start seeing embracement of Bitcoin, embracement of crypto, because they know how powerful it's going to be. So now, when you own it, it was bad. When retail people own it, regular people own it, it's bad. But when they own it, it's good. The ETFs is amazing, The investments they're doing in Bitcoin and crypto is amazing. So that's just been the biggest thing. And that has all to do with the arms race, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever controls the more Bitcoin become very powerful. This is exactly why Satoshi is remaining anonymous. This is why he does not come forward if he's still alive. Because he knows the moment he comes forward, he owns the most Bitcoin, he would be killed. It's all about control and dominance. We have to be honest about this, ladies and gentlemen. So financial institutions, bankers, government agencies, even foreign nations, they all know that whoever owns the most Bitcoin would have a head up. It would be very powerful. So this is not financial advice. This is my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Things happen. We all want to get paid. We all want to make money. If you're going to sell any assets, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it may be, do not sell your stuff for cheap. Make BlackRock, make Vanguard pay premiums if you're going to sell. If you're going to hodl, then you're good. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. But just do not let the FUD that they do deceive you. Because you have all the power when you own your assets. You have all the control. Don't give up that power and that control to individuals and entities who want to take that from you. So I'm going to end that here. I love making arms race videos because I feel like it's important. And I'm going to continue to monitor and make arms race videos in the future. So thank you guys for watching. And I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, Michael Ashton Jr. here, your favorite Bitcoin content creator. And I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here and that's. Leave a positive like or comment or two. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're on YouTube trying to get those numbers up, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Now I like the title of this video. The title of this video is called, Is Donald Trump the Bitcoin President? And before I answer that, just look at the markets ever since election day. Look how Bitcoin is up nearly 40K ever since Trump was elected. So regardless of what my answer is, the markets are telling you what their answer is that yes, they believe that he is our Bitcoin president. And that is so valuable, it's so important to the community because of all the things that he had promised to do. And if he delivers on it, it would definitely even be more spectacular, in my opinion. So if you're just looking at this from the outside, is Trump's going to keep his promises? Well, just look at some of his cabinet picks. And, some have been more crazier than others. Some has been some decent people. But he's keeping his promises when it comes to picking his cabinet. He don't care about anybody. He wants his people in there no matter if they're qualified or not. So that could be seen as a plus in my opinion because he's staying true to what he's promised in that sense. He said he's going to pick his own cabinet. He learned his mistake from the first term. He's picking the people he wants in there. So let's be honest, real about, this whole situation. If Trump do not deliver on all his promises for Bitcoin, that'd be okay. If Trump delivers maybe 20, 25, 30% on Bitcoin, Bitcoin would still go to the stratosphere, because that 20-30% of the promises he probably will deliver on will boost the price significantly. So we don't need President Trump to give us everything or do everything he says he's going to do for Bitcoin. It'd be nice, no doubt about that. It'd be nice. But all we need is for him to deliver on the important stuff, like the Federal Reserve or the Treasury hardening Bitcoin, or opening things up and allowing institutions and big organizations to actually hold Bitcoin itself and stuff like that instead of ETFs. That'd be significant in my opinion. That'd be a big deal. But the community, Bitcoin community, and I even throw the crypto community also in here, is that they want a person who don't send the agencies after them. They don't want the SEC thrown after them, the IRS, the Federal Reserve, the Justice Department. They do not want these institutions being weaponized against them just because they love Bitcoin or they like crypto or they like whatever they like, you know. I feel like that's definitely with Trump, you're not going to get that. So that's already an upgrade. It's already a plus, in my opinion. So back to that 25 to 30%. If Trump do follow through on 25, 30%, you could be looking at a 500K Bitcoin to a 1 million, $1 million in asset, $1 million in Bitcoin, which is quite significant from where we are right now. So let's watch and see what President Trump does. Let's hope they follow through all of them. But there's no doubt that, in my opinion, we have a Bitcoin president. Anything else, you know, if you don't like Trump or any other things, I got no problem with that. I'm talking about Bitcoin and crypto specifically. We definitely have that in the White House now. And if he follows through on it, he's going to prove it. So thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hatton Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me on the X, leave a positive like or comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. New things, new content coming there, so don't forget to check that out. And this is probably my favorite video that I'm ever going to make, ladies and gentlemen. So sit back and listen to this one. About a few days ago to a week ago, we finally got the news we all wanted. At least I wanted, I've been waiting for it. That Gary Gensler, the corrupt SEC chairman, has said he will resign when Donald Trump takes office. And the reason why he's going to do that, because obviously Donald Trump is not going to retain him. Donald Trump will fire him. He will say, "You're fired, Gary Gensler." So this is news to my ears. This is a positive thing. This is a celebration. People in the crypto community, people in Bitcoin should be celebrating this. We should be drinking champagne and we should be celebrating that this man is out of a job. Now, I never like to see anybody lose their job. But in this case, I make definitely an exception to the rule. Because there's been nobody in the Biden administration that's been more corrupt than this individual, Gary Gensler. And I'm going to explain why. So Gary Gensler was Joe Biden's #1 attack dog when it comes to the crypto industry, when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to stalling, when it comes to choke point 2.0. He was the attack dog of the whole thing. That he filed, you know, crazy and unwarranted, well-noticed orders and lawsuits against exchanges, against certain projects. He slow walked the Bitcoin ETFs until election year, when they thought that Biden was still going to be on the ticket, and then they finally allowed it to go through. But Bitcoin ETFs should have been went through about 4 years ago. They slow walked that, and like I said, the corruption of this man and everything that he stands for is just very eyesore to the whole community, to everybody. Now, particularly the crypto industry would tell you the damage he did to BNB, to SRP, that crazy frivolous lawsuit that they had for 3-4 years before SRP finally won and stuff like that. But that's not the reason why I'm upset with him. Although those are all damaging, those are all frivolous, those have no merit. He knows it. He's just using his power of the agency just to slow down the growth of Bitcoin and the crypto industry, which is also bad. But the #1 thing that I would not forgive him for is this. While Gary Gensler was too busy suing everybody, not doing his job, crazy lawsuits with no merit, he was also sitting down with Sam Bankman-Fried. You remember that? He was sitting down with Sam Bankman-Fried, trying to scheme ways to go after Binance, his competition, and try to scheme ways how to hurt his competition so Sam Bankman-Fried and FTS could get ahead. In the meantime, when FTS was doing all the fraud, and all the Ponzi schemes they were doing, it's this man's job to catch that and find it. He intentionally turned a blind eye towards that because Sam Bankman-Fried was putting money in his pockets, was giving him kickbacks. And because of that, he was not doing his job. And because the FTX collapsed, sent the whole crypto market, including Bitcoin, into a crypto winter for nearly 2 years. A lot of people lost their asses on that, including me. A lot of people lost a lot of money because of Sam Bankman-Fried. And if this man, Gary Gensler, would have been doing his job, it would never happen. Because they would have found out that it was stealing money from their customers, that it was stealing assets and resources, that they would have a big Ponzi scheme going on, that they're running a $20 billion business by using QuickBooks. He would have found all that out, ladies and gentlemen, if he had done his job instead of sitting down, having dinner with the man, and being bought off. That's why I don't like Gary Gensler, because he's corrupt. There's no doubt that the next SEC chairman will definitely be pro-Bitcoin and pro-crypto. So that's an upgrade. Anybody other than him would have been an upgrade. So I'm going to keep you guys updated, see who Trump pitched for that. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for allowing me to rant in this video, which I don't do often, but I have to rant on Gary Gensler because there's nothing good about this man. And I see you guys on the next one, and thank you for watching. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me on X, leave a positive like or comment or two, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We've been on YouTube, we try to get those numbers up, so don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to jump right into this one, and the only thing I can say is wow, what a time to be alive. Bitcoin has been killing it ever since the presidential election of Donald Trump. There's definitely enthusiasm and there's definitely all-time interest in Bitcoin and how its price is going to behave over the next few months to few years under Trump, or just the next few, cycles. So it's definitely a good time to be alive. It's definitely a lot of positivity in the air, and a lot of good things are happening with the markets right now as it pertains to Bitcoin. Since the election, it's been breaking new all-time highs left and right. It's been breaking records, and there's no doubt by the time you guys see this video that Bitcoin either will be a few $100s away from the 100K mark, or we're definitely going to surpass the 100K mark before this year is over. There's no doubt about that, in my opinion. We're going to get to 100K. We may get even past that. We may even get more than that. So we have to keep focusing, to keep watching the markets to see what happens. Another fun fact is, since the election, Google searches for Bitcoin has gone up over 400%. And I've been saying this nearly over a year now, that if Trump gets back in there and he wins, that Bitcoin is going to go bonkers. It's going to go crazy. Because all the promises he made for Bitcoin, all the things he wanted to do, and all the things he said he was going to do pertaining to Bitcoin and pertaining to the cryptocurrency markets as a whole. So there's a lot of optimism. You saw that as soon as he won. The markets went crazy. It kind of went back down to earth, but not really, because it's still particularly high. But you're seeing a lot of momentum right now for Bitcoin as a whole. But I just want to say this before I end this video, that if Trump does follow through on the things that he promised for Bitcoin, 100K mark is just the beginning. We could start having crazy conversations about 200K, 300K, 400K, 500K, and etc. Just because of the demand that the U.S. government under Trump is going to put on Bitcoin and the bullishness. Like I always said, Bitcoin is an arms race. Whoever has the most Bitcoin is going to be particularly the most powerful person or organization or entity on earth. So it's always an arms race, ladies and gentlemen. Never forget that. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to update you with more stuff. But the 100K mark is definitely realistic, and it's definitely in the sights right now. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. So don't forget to follow me here on X. Leave a positive like or comment or two. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're now on YouTube. We're trying to get those numbers up. So don't forget to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to have fun with this video. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this one. This one called Golden Age of Bitcoin and President Trump. It's also another self-explanatory video. because there's a lot of bullishness, a lot of, people have a lot of optimism after President Trump was elected recently. And they have optimism for good reason, because he's very pro-Bitcoin, at least with the things he's been saying. The people so far he's been naming to his administration, very pro-Bitcoin, very pro-crypto, which is a positive and a bullish sign. We all see the markets go crazy after his election win. A lot of people are very, happy. A lot of people are very cautiously optimistic. And we want to know, is he going to follow through on the things he promises he's going to do? And what I mean by Bitcoin in a new golden age is, I mean not only by price, but that's going to be a big factor. Not only by adoption, we're seeing that constantly every day. There's a new pension fund, there's a new institution, there's a new company that's adopted Bitcoin, that's invested in the ETFs. We see that daily. Or a new country that's adopting it. We see that daily. But what I'm talking about is Bitcoin being a big part of the national conversation, which is something that we have not experienced before. Even though Bitcoin is mainstream, when I mean talk about being part of the national conversation, what I mean by that is what President Trump promises he was going to do, which is not only adoption, but having the U.S. Treasury and some involvement only hardening or tying Bitcoin to some of the stuff that we do. And that's a big part. That when that happens, you will see Bitcoin skyrocketed. That's what you will see. You will see a massive bullish pump like no other. If the United States government, in some form, whether it's the Reserve, the Federal Reserve, or the U.S. Treasury, actually put money into Bitcoin, that would be a massive move. That would be a power move by President Trump. And if it's true when he said he want to make the U.S. the capital of Bitcoin and make the U.S. the capital of crypto and stuff like that, then he would have to follow through on his promises. I think that would be a big green light to the markets. But what you're also seeing here is you're seeing a lot of stuff with RFK Jr. Now, I don't know if RFK Jr. is going to be involved in administration in some kind of health capacity or something like that. I don't know if that's going to be his exact role. I can tell you what I think he would be perfect in is he would be the perfect SEC chairman, because there's nobody who's more pro Bitcoin. I mean, I'm sure Michael Saylor or some of the other guys are, but I think RFK Jr. would be perfect as the SEC chairman, in my opinion. Like I always say, I'm going to keep you guys definitely updated. But the golden age of Bitcoin under President Trump is definitely possible and most likely will occur if he keeps his promises. And that, trust me, that's the world I want to live in. That's the world I want to live in, ladies and gentlemen. It will be epic, it will be special, and we'll be right here to cover it and let you guys know everything that's happening. So thank you guys for watching. We're in the positive space. Enjoy the ride. You guys deserved it. You earned it. And I see you guys on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hassan Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. So don't forget to follow me here on that. Leave a positive like or comment or two. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're now on YouTube. We're trying to get those numbers up, so don't forget to check it out. Now, we're back with a very important Bitcoin video, like I always like to say. And this one is pretty much self-explanatory. This one is called Post-Election Bitcoin Pump Video, which is very self-explanatory in itself. But it's been nearly a week after the presidential election here in the U.S. And what you have seen is, the markets go crazy, like I predicted. Now, if you watched my videos previously before the election, I told you no matter who wins, the markets were going to do pretty well. But if President Trump wins, that the market's going to go crazy. Just because all the bullish things he had promised the community. He promised to be more Bitcoin friendly, more crypto friendly. He promises to name a positive administration towards, Bitcoin. He promised the U.S. Treasury was going to invest in Bitcoin. So as soon as he won, there was no question that Bitcoin was going to go crazy to the moon. And just not just that, but just the whole business community as a whole. I mean, you see Wall Street went up as big as it ever have just in 1 week. Those big time billionaires, Elon Musk, Bezos, they all made billions of dollars within a short period of time because Wall Street is also enthusiastic. They're also optimism, have a lot of optimism about what President Trump is going to do in his policies. So Bitcoin, it blows past the all-time high. It blows past the $86,000 mark. Potentially by the end of the week, it's going to pass 90,000. And it's just going to keep going. Definitely, if President Trump, like I said, the key word is if he follows through on his promises and keep everything that he says he's going to do. But I would like to see him do on day one is fire Gary Gensler. He should do that immediately. Fire Gary Gensler. I guarantee you the markets will go up even more. But the key word right now is Bitcoin adoption. If you see taking policies, the U.S. government taking new policies that's going to help Bitcoin adoption, then the price pump up to the upside is going to be I don't want to say unlimited, but you're going to see some special things happening real soon, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. You see the markets, and as Bitcoin goes, everything else goes. So you see Dogecoin go up, you see all the other altcoins go up. Bitcoin is the asset that lifts all boats, in my opinion. So that's what's happening right now. We want to keep that going. But key word is, like I said in my last videos, is if President Trump followed through with his promises, we're going to be in a very good place. So keep his feet to the fire. Watch what he does. I'm definitely keep making videos to update you guys. But so far, so good. There's been positive things. Pro crypto, pro Bitcoin people being named to his administration. That's a good thing. So I keep you guys updated, no doubt. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Ashton Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video, so don't forget to follow me here on X. Hit the like button, leave a positive comment or two if you like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're on YouTube, we're trying to get those numbers up, so don't forget to check it out. Okay, so the election is over, and we know that Donald Trump is going to be our next president. So if you like him for a good reason, or if you dislike him for a good reason, that doesn't really matter at this point. The only thing that matters is what kind of job he's going to do when it comes to our community, when it comes to Bitcoin. And a lot of people so far are looking at the post-election bump and everything that's been happening. A lot of people are very confident that a lot of good things is going to come from his administration. So I just want to start off with that. What the key word is if. If he follows through on his promises, if he does the things that he said he was going to do. The community will be in good hands, no doubt about that. So if he keeps his promises, no doubt that Bitcoin is going to rise to levels that we have never seen before. Just over the last few days, ever since the election, we went from 63,000, 62,000, all the way up to 86,000 within less than a week. And that could just be the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch my video, I tell you that this future Bitcoin pump is coming. And now that we have the results of the election, we know that, Trump is going to be president. And I always told you that the community was deep down rooting for that because they always felt that Donald Trump would give us a better chance to make sure that the community grows. That his administration will be more pro-crypto. It will be more pro-Bitcoin than the Democratic administration. So that's also a positive effect that's happening here also. We cannot dismiss that. So with all the optimism of Trump saying he's going to make the U.S. the Bitcoin capital, the crypto capital of the world, all the positive things, the positive people that he's naming to his administration, all that is pretty much bullish right now. That's a bullish sign, in my opinion. We're all optimists. We're all very excited what's happening. Over the last week, it has been exciting. So we could be in a new prosperity age of Bitcoin coming forward. But the key word is if. If President Trump keeps his promises, we should be in a better overall place than we would have been. And, I'm going to keep you guys updated, no doubt about that. So keep watching these videos. I'm definitely going to keep you updated and see if what he promises he's going to do, he's going to do. But so far, the signs are looking promising. There's no doubt about that. They're looking promising. So thank you guys for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Michael Ashton Jr. I'm back with another Bitcoin video. Don't forget to follow me here on X. Leave a positive like, a comment or two, And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Always new content coming there, so don't forget to check it out. And we're going to jump right into this video. This video is called BlackRock Bitcoin Accumulation video. And it's no secret over the last month or so that BlackRock has just been accumulating Bitcoin at a record pace. It's obvious over the last 2 to 3 months that there's been disruptions in the market. You know, there's been a lot of fear due to the trade stuff, due to inflation, due to stuff like that. A lot of uncertainty, and it panicked a lot of people. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know anything about me, I always said the same thing. And I say markets are emotional because people are emotional. So these guys at BlackRock, they know that. And they just sit it out. They just wait out the panic. They wait out the emotion, and they end up doing very well at the other end. So over the last month, it looks like they bought over 25 million Bitcoins from Coinbase Prime. And total, as we speak today, they have over $50 billion worth in Bitcoin in their ETFs and etc. So it looks like that they're definitely winning the arms race, as I like to call. They're definitely winning when most people do when the markets get scared, they panic, they sell, they fall into the emotion, and they just sell their Bitcoin way less than what they got it for, or they just get out of it. And these guys always on the back end end up doing very well, like I said previously. Buying Bitcoin at a discount is always a good deal. And these guys definitely mastered the art of that. They're definitely winning the arms race when everybody's jumping in, from banks to financial institutions to either local cities and city councils and states. They're all trying to get Bitcoin, reserves going. And, this is definitely a bona fide arms race at this point, ladies and gentlemen. And the arms race is so strong because these companies and these corporations and even these countries, they know Bitcoin is valuable. They know that there's going to be a massive arms race at the end. Whoever has the most is going to have the most control, have the most power in my position. These companies are going to do extremely well. And on the back end, they're going to be extremely wealthy. They're going to do extremely well. They're going to make so much profits, we're just not going to be able to see it. We're not going to be able to believe it, actually. Bitcoin is only going to get stronger. In my opinion, that's why BlackRock is continuing to accumulate at such high record levels. They're going to continue to keep doing it. And it works any wiser, any smarter for the better. Not financial advice, just my opinion. If we follow BlackRock's lead, then we should also do pretty well. So I'm ending on that note. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and I see you on the next one, my friends.